Yes, we're live. We're live. We're live. We're live. Shout out to everybody watching us all across the board. Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. Guys, first thing first, please make sure you hit the like button. Please make sure you hit the subscribe button. Please make sure you hit that notification bell on the right hand side. Remember to click all because we do go live each and every day at 7 o'clock Eastern Time. Like always, thank you for tuning in to Cal Culture Radio. King Jordan, what's cracking like him? What's cracking like him? What's cracking like it?
Man, I feel so good, man. I'm back at it again like I never
Wow,
left.
that mic is powerful.
Yeah, man. We here on Wednesday like we never left. So let's get it on. Let's go. Let's go. Let's get it.
Like always, shout out to everybody that's watching all across the board: Facebook, Instagram, Kid, and also Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Bingo Live. Thank you guys so very much for tuning in on this lovely Wednesday evening. I'm trying to see, guys, are we on YouTube? Because I don't see it running. Oh, there you go. It's running. It's running. We're live. We're live. We're live, guys. I had to double check, but we're live. We're live on YouTube. Shout out to everybody that are watching us on YouTube. First thing first, make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you hit that notification bell on the right hand side. Remember to click all because we do go live each and every day at 7 o'clock Eastern Time. Like always, moving along to sports. Jordan, what's going on when it comes to that aspect of sports, big dog?
Let's get into it. Let's talk about some NFL. So we still have coaches being hired and also coordinators are being hired. Now, one of the hottest coordinators, offensive coordinator that's out there was Mike McDaniels, who was the former coach of the Miami Dolphins. Now he has landed a job for the Los Angeles Chargers. Now with this, this will definitely help their offense and everything, and also we're trying to help Justin Herbert get over the belt because since he lost his last playoff game, he is 0-3. So now that you have Mike McDaniels, they are expected to go far into the playoffs. So with that being said, we don't have a clip for it, but with that being said, fellas, how you feel with this move with Mike McDaniels being the offensive coordinator for the Los Angeles Chargers?
I think this is a great move for Mike McDaniel, and this is the reason why. Oh, I saw I share my screen. Sorry about that. And this is the reason why, because Mike McDaniel is going to come with the offense and that defense coordinating due to the fact of the Kyle Shanahan system. He was trying to bring it over here to the Miami Dolphins. Unfortunately, it didn't work well for Tua. However, he's going to be next with a Harbaugh, so that's going to make a good impact because Harbaugh is a running head coach. He's a running head coach. So the Kyle Shanahan system is going to work wonders over there. And I see Mike McDaniel, after he's done with that, he's going to be able to go ahead and move on to a head coaching job. But I think right now he just want to sit back, relax, get back into the rhythm once again, and then go right back out there as head coach. Same thing will happen with Robert Saleh.
I like the fact that he's going to the Chargers. I think they need him. Just like you said, brother, working with Harbaugh is going to be the dead. And Justin Herbert, he's better than Tua, so I should see them going somewhere. But let's be real about it. McDaniel is a hot commodity after he left Miami, and him getting something just makes more sense. You know what I mean? Even though I thought the Raiders or the Ravens would have got him, or you know what I mean, but the Chargers got him, and let's go.
Yeah, with other head coaching jobs still available, like you said, Hakeem, the Raiders, Pittsburgh, Cleveland, and also the Raiders are still available. I think when it comes to Mike McDaniels, I think he's more of being into that coordinator position because I think like let's say the Chargers does well, they they either get to the Super Bowl or they get to the NFC Championship game. If he does that and Herbert looks very well and might be into the MVP conversation, Mike McDaniel will have the option next year and say, okay, now since instead of going interviews and hoping I get choose, he can go to the interview process next to a head coach. So okay, I could pick either of these couple of teams because that's what happened when Ben Johnson, we was with the Detroit Lions. After we lost to the Commanders, he had a selection like instead of him like interviewing, he had the selection. But okay, I could go to either this team or this team. And I think for Mike McDaniels, I think this would be a perfect for him to hopefully he to build Justin Herbert because For me, if Justin Herbert don't show up to the playoffs next year, and you got Mike McDaniels, I think that's a problem with Justin Herbert because he's now 0-3, and he has to show Mike McDaniels that I am the capable quarterback to go into your offense and be one of the best quarterbacks in the game. So for Mike McDaniels, it's a win-win for Justin Herbert. He does have the talent, but if you got Mike McDaniels, if Mike McDaniels can make Tua look good, he could definitely make Justin Herbert look good. Might win the MVP next year. So I like this move for Mike McDaniels, also for Justin Herbert for Los Angeles Chargers.
Yeah, it sound pretty good, Jordan, especially with your take after you giving your take, it actually made kind of sense for the whole aspect of him doing good in the Chargers. But let's see, because the Chargers next year have a tough schedule. Let's see if he's able to execute like he did in the Miami Dolphins. But like I always tell people, Mike McDaniel was not to blame for the fall on the Miami Dolphins. It was Tua Tagovailoa that made Dolphins what it was last season. So let's see what happens. Like, share, and subscribe, guys. Don't forget to hit that notification bell on the right-hand side. Remember to click all because we do go live each and every day at 7 o'clock Eastern Time. Shout out to everybody watching us all across the board. Facebook, Instagram, Kick, Twitch, Rumble, YouTube, TikTok, Bingo Live. Thank you guys so very much for tuning in on this lovely Wednesday evening. Now we moving on to now that, but shout out to a couple of people that's here in the building. We got 80 people right now watching us on Bingo Live. Shout out to Evelyn Perez that's in the building. Shout out to Elizabeth right now watching us on Instagram. And you already know TikTok. You know how the people come in and out. You know the regular. And shout out to 4 people right now watching us on Rumble. We really do greatly appreciate you guys for tuning in on this lovely Wednesday evening. Moving along to money. Money make the world go round. Money makes our pockets fat. Jordan, what's going on when it comes to aspect of financial news, big dog?
Let's get into it. So it's been some years since Trump been into office, and America's did a poll of how they feel about the economy as in his first year in his second term. So we do have a clip kind of explaining to it in the context. So go ahead, play the first 2 minutes of it, and after that we chop it up.
Anthony Salvanto joins us now with new polling on how Americans feel 1 year into the second Trump administration. So, Anthony, let's start with one of the biggest issues, of course, the economy. What are you seeing?
Okay, so the first thing to do is start with people and how they're expressing their own financial situation. And they've told us throughout the year they don't think their income is keeping up with inflation. Prices, inflation, that's been a top issue throughout the year.
He was asked about that in the White House briefing room today.
Indeed. So, look, how does this affect the president? Well, here's his overall approval, and it's been about this now for some weeks. But what you do is first look at it by party, where you see, and this has been a story all year, really strong support from Republicans, less so, and over the course of the year, some declines among independents and negative among Democrats. Now, come back to the economy for a second. I'm going to show you these specific issues. He's gotten, throughout the course of the term, lower ratings on handling inflation in the economy than he has on immigration. And these two have really tracked along with his overall approval. So if I show you his overall approval right here, the story was that at the start of the term, there was a lot of optimism, voters told us about. It started to decline as people continued to say that prices were a factor. And then it got down to the low, then the low 40s. Right there, tracking all together.
All right, so it's an election year. What stands out to you as we prepare, I can't believe it, for another campaign season?
Well, look, one of the big things is going to be on what issues does this campaign center, right? The earlier report talked about the border. This is a poll from December. I want to start with this by showing you that there's a substantial majority of Americans who do say that the president's policies are making migrant crossings at the borders go down. So that's one of the things I think when you look forward into 2026 and the elections, what is he going to be talking about as far as his success stories is concerned? One of the things, too, when you look on the Democratic side, right, do the Democrats have confidence that their party and their party in Congress can successfully challenge or oppose the president, which they want him to? Increasingly, a lot of Democrats say no. That's important because you've got to get that base excited, right? You've got to get that base motivated going into an election year. And then take a look at this. Just who has a better approach? Come back to immigration policy, come back to economic policy. For all the things I just outlined for you and those troubles and people concerned about prices and inflation, you still see, while many are not sure or say neither, you still see Donald Trump and the Republicans rating comparably better than Democrats on who has a better approach. And what I think that tells you is the Democrats in the midterms, people are looking to say, well, what is the alternative to this? That's going to be a key thing to watch as we go forward.
Okay, Anthony Savanta, thank you.
Thanks.
Yep. So there you have it. Those are the polls of how people feel about his first year as in his second term. But with that being said, fellas, will you guys take how America feels about Trump in his first term when it comes to the economy?
Check this out. A lot of us throughout the year have been scrolling through financial news, and you might see things on the stock market. You're seeing people popping champagne, but let's keep it 100. A lot of that shit ain't real. When you still go to the grocery, you still gotta tighten your belt and still look for discounts. We're barely treading waters. You want to hear a lot of these opportunity zones bringing jobs back and all this stuff. We still waiting for that stuff to trickle down. But one thing we got to know that in administration, it takes literally 4 to 8 years to see anything done. So whatever he's planning now, we're going to feel the effects years from now. So it's still very early on into this stuff. But one thing I'm just saying, this American dream has a tight belt on it.
Yeah, now right here, I put up a poll that was pretty much given by the White House yesterday, talking about President Trump's first year by numbers. They say 129 new rule came up to 21 billion, pretty much $21 billion, say 21% decrease over those 8 major ending, 228 executive order issued. That's a lot of executive order that was issued. 60% decrease in VA backlogs, 8 months of straight zero release of borders. I mean, the border right now is secure, like pretty much what the guy was saying. 70% decrease when it comes to aspect of inflation. So, Hakeem and Jordan, I pose you guys a question. Which number is true? Is the one that they're giving us or the one the White House is giving us? Because they say everything is pretty much in the decrease when it comes to aspect of inflation. And 100% of new jobs to American-born workers. So, Hakeem, Jordan, once again, ask you guys a question. Are we really in inflation or are they just paying for us?
No, we are in inflation. Because when you go to the supermarket, I spent $30 for one little bag.
True.
Yeah, the gas is a little bit down. I say that, but prices, everything else is still sky high. I don't know what it is. Now, I am going to give you this point. Immigration is down. ICE is out here running amok. But when we come to our pockets, I can't keep no money safe. I might have to start selling dope.
You say,
I agree with you. When it comes to inflation and everything, it's still hit right there. And I feel like here in America, and especially in this generation, we want to see something go quick right now. We want to see the economy quick in a week or 2 weeks or a month, something like that. And the thing is, we need to get outside of it and think about the next 4 to 5 years from now. It's like, okay, if Trump's doing this, how I'm going to look 4 or 5 years from now when it comes to that. But when it comes to right now, groceries, gas and all that type of thing, it's time to save and build and everything. Keep saving and do what you need to do and everything. And then once you start seeing year by year, okay, somebody might get, groceries might look a little bit more affordable, or also I'm working the job that I keep getting raised and everything, and now maybe my rent is not keep raising up every year or so. Because I know some people rent, especially here in Los Angeles, they raise up to every $100 a year or something like that because they keep increasing rent like that. So when it comes to the economy and everything, it's a long-term effect of what do I see? What do we see ourselves? What do you see yourself and also your family next 4 to 5 years when it comes to that and everything? And when it comes to the presidency, Hakeem just said it. It takes take no year or two. When it comes to the 4th year, to 8 years, what Hakeem said, that's when we will see okay, has it got better for me or has it got worse for me? And we just for us, we just can't be judged by what he did the first year is like that. It's not like that. Once he gets done with his 4-year term, and then that's when you could really come to say, okay, What did he do that I did like, or what he didn't do that I didn't like? And it's really simple as that.
Guys, let us know what you think about the whole aspect when it comes to the economy and inflation. Do you agree that the president is doing a wonderful job when it comes to inflation, or do you disagree? Let us know in the comments. Let us know what you think, and we will make sure to answer you guys' question. Like, share, subscribe, guys. Don't forget to hit that notification bell on the right hand side. Remember to click all, because we do go live each and every day at 7 o'clock Eastern Time. Shout out to everybody watching us all across the board: Facebook, Instagram, Kick, and also Twitch, Rumble, TikTok, YouTube, Bingo Live. Thank you guys so very much for tuning in on this lovely Wednesday evening. You already know what time it is. Moving along to hip hop. Jordan, what's going on when it comes to aspect of hip hop news, big dog?
All right, let's go. Let's talk about NBA YoungBoy. So NBA YoungBoy was, I believe, was with a streamer, and they would talk about how NBA YoungBoy is being compared to Michael Jackson. That how he is this generation of Michael Jackson. So we do have the clip. So go ahead and play the clip. Then after that, we'll chop it up.
Of like this generation. What you think when you hear that?
I don't. You gotta think about my age, bro. I don't know.
We the same age.
I don't know nothing about no Michael Jackson though.
Yo, YB, you got a song called Dirty Diana, sampling Dirty Diana.
No, but I don't understand the stardom.
Okay.
Power.
Oh, cause we wasn't like really alive at his peak when like women was like passing out.
Yeah, I feel like certain shit be over exaggerated sometimes too. You gotta think about it. They over exaggerate about me sometimes.
How? But how though? Like how?
Like
though?
that statement, right?
that you the Michael Jackson.
That's like going too far.
Yo, but I'll be honest though, like the way like you only really get it when you go to live shows and see how it's one thing to like have fans and like, you know what I mean? They would support you with like the crazy streams or whatever, but there's a whole other thing to have people go out of their way on a Wednesday night, put asses in seats and support you in the way that your fans did, you know?
Yeah. I'm very thankful for it.
Do you plan on continuing it? Because, fans have been fiending for that too.
Yeah, I'm gonna go back on tour. Let's step in that little clothes era we just came out.
Okay.
I want you to hear my words clear. I don't want my voice to be shaking on you because I'm cold.
But you like Utah. But so really.
Yeah, so that when it comes to YoungBoy, he say people to be over exaggerate things, but call him compared to Michael Jackson. But that being said, do you feel like, fellas, that he's the generation of Michael Jackson?
Heck no, he's not even no comparison to Michael Jackson. Now, if you ask me who is a good comparison to Michael Jackson, High Show Speed. When he in the street, people are running by the masses. He was right there doing his interview right now. Look, he's doing the interview right now. He's walking. Nobody's running to him. Nobody's fainting. You don't understand the power Michael Jackson had on these people. His movie's about to get ready to come out. People are waiting for that movie to drop. NBA YoungBoy, don't get me wrong, he's hot right now because there's no rapper that's pretty much relevant at the moment. But when another hot rapper come, everybody gonna forget about NBA YoungBoy, and that's a fact. Michael Jackson, nobody will never forget about him, no matter who comes out.
I wanna tell you something. I like that YoungBoy said that this is going too far, and he is right to start him. But there's something I want to read. The stats do not lie. In 2025, YoungBoy broke official more than gold certified. He has more gold certified songs than Michael Jackson, Ariana Grande, and Ed Sheeran combined. He is the youngest artist to hit 100 entries on the Billboard 100 with over 16 billion views.
I came. You gotta ask you something. You don't think that was bought?
You see, that's a little bit hard, man. I'm gonna be real with you. Like if you would say Young Thug, I'm gonna say it's bots. but I've never heard this song on the radio, so they can't be
No,
buying
no,
this shit.
somebody comment. Remember the video we dropped the other day about we never heard a song on the radio? Somebody comment say, nah, they playing his song only in Atlanta.
I don't know, man. Like, I'm just saying it is insulting to compare him to Michael Jackson, but then we're old. These are young people. Young people ain't listening to Michael. It's people our generation and back. So it makes sense. The music these kids are listening to, he's Michael to them.
No, but keep it in mind too, because we live in a day and age of streaming. Somebody could leave their computer on and they'll give you credit for it, correct?
Mm-hmm. That's a fact. You got a lot of people do that. Yeah.
And Michael Jackson, mind you, you had to physically buy the records.
Yep. It was a different time, man. It's different time, different technology.
That's all I'm saying. Now I'm not hating on NBA YoungBoy because I know I'm gonna clip it. I'm not hating on NBA YoungBoy. I'm just saying that at the end of the day, I you know I'm a numbers guy too. Everything you say about the number is absolutely correct. But now we live in a day that people are buying numbers, they selling numbers, and they fabricating to make it something bigger than what it truly is.
Yeah, absolutely. And when it comes to us sort of here, this generation because of digital stuff and everything, and how numbers are different from back in the 80s and 90s when Michael Jackson was at the highest of his heights and everything. You really can't do what you. I mean, you really can't. I mean, Michael Jackson had to really. If you talk about back in that time, he really had to dig up in the mud and really build himself. When it comes to being with the Jackson 5 and also going to the solo. When his first couple of albums, Off the Wall, Thriller, and also Bad, and those 3 albums was probably, arguably one of his best albums he ever did and everything. And in the 80s and 90s, that generation it popped, but not just with Michael Jackson, with Prince and other people and everything. And and Michael Jackson, he just not just America, but we went all around the world. People just fainting and dying and everything. And they like come back up and everything. But when it comes to NBA YoungBoy, I mean, come on now. I'm not gonna say he's a Michael Jackson, but I think when it comes to him being this generation, one of the top rappers when it comes to this generation, absolutely. And the thing is, he's still young. He's still in his 20s in a way, so he still could build himself up more and more into that, internationally and everything. But the thing is, it's like when it comes to NBA YoungBoy, it's some people kind of comparison to Michael Jackson. Okay, how if you put them in the UK, are they listening to his music? If you take them to Japan, are they gonna listen to his music? If you take them to South Africa somewhere, are they gonna listen to their music? I'm not saying they won't, but young NBA YoungBoy still young and still have the ability to grow and put his music out internationally to do that and everything. So I'm happy for NBA YoungBoy where he's at right now, and like I said, he's still young. He can still take over the world. This young man can take over the world if he wants to, and if he does that in the next 4 or 5 years, and he goes in that, and he's internationally loved and everything, okay, maybe we'll have a conversation. Right now, he's still got to work at it. So let's wait on that conversation. I'll just say that.
Right now, Jordan, even in the grocery store, they still playing ABC by the Jackson 5. They're not playing on NBA YoungBoy. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Like, share, and subscribe, guys. Don't forget to hit that notification bell on the right-hand side. Remember to click all, because we do go live each and every day at 7 o'clock Eastern Time. Shout out to everybody watching us all across the board. YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Kick, Twitch, Rumble, TikTok, Bingo Live. Thank you guys so very much for tuning in on this lovely Wednesday evening. We got a lot of things to talk about, especially when it comes to aspect of Kim Kardashian. But before we do so, we're heading over to Jordan. What's going on with Chris Rock? Talking about the U.S. birth rate.
Yeah, so Kid Rock, he they asked Kid Rock when it comes to why the birth rate has declined, and he said it because of ugly, broke, liberal women. That's right.
Because we love women here.
Yeah, we love women here, but with some people it's outrageous. But let's hear the clip from it, and after that, we'll chop it up.
Play your concerts. Do you ever see anybody with blue hair, armpit hair, female armpit hair? Some of these people we're looking at, kid, I don't know.
Man, listen, I was just watching your clips, and we have this low birth rate, in America. And it all made sense to me. It just hit me right now, because who's going to sleep with these ugly ass, broke, crazy, deranged, TDS liberal women? I mean, you look at these rallies, it's like a bunch of women that no guy wants to sleep with and a bunch of dudes that want to sleep with each other.
Oh,
Have you seen what Comey?
Harsh words coming from Kid Rock, man. That's crazy. But after you guys hear this, what's your guys' take on this? What Kid Rock had to say?
I have to analyze everything. Kid Rock going way too far. Now I understand right
That
now.
man crazy.
I know we have an issue when it comes to aspect of the birth rate, but it's not because of liberal women. It's because of the aspect of the food, what women are consuming, women not taking better care of themselves, but it don't have anything to do with liberals at all. So, because there's some women that is conservative and they still have an issue with giving birth. So it's a whole different world we're living in today. So, and now a lot of women are dealing with PCOS. So that is also on the rise. So it's just a lot of things plays a part, but it don't have anything to do with being liberal at all. Kid Rock is tripping on that one.
And he crazy, man. Listen, he has fallen. Listen, when he was just Kid Rock, he was good, but when he started to pick and take sides, it was just on another level. Like, he just completely changed. Like, he was like the cool white boy that we all wanted to hang with, but I don't know who he is today. I'm sorry.
As a Michigan man, I do not claim Kid Rock. Kid Rock's from Michigan. I'm just saying that because he, back in the 90s, he was cool. And then once he got super duper conservative and everything and really started bashing, I'm like, man, miss me with that. But when it comes to the birth rate, Kid Rock, you got money. I'll just say this. It is very expensive to raise a kid at this time. It's the most expensive it's ever been. Coming from a parent, you can go by generation. It has been cheaper when it comes to child care, all that type of things. When it comes to diapers, but it's more expensive with us as ever before. Food and everything is ever been before. So people, millennial Generation Z, they smart. It's like, yo, if I'm gonna have a kid, how much it's gonna cost me to raise a child for the next 18 years?
Mm-hmm.
It's expensive. It is, and people are seeing that. And that's why people, some people, they don't want 3 or 4 kids. Some people just want 1 or 2 kids because how expensive to raise a child is. There's some people, there's people that say, yo, I'm gonna put my kid into the best preschool or the best daycare or something like that. But daycare, right now, if you take it's about if you want to go to a good daycare, it's about what, $1,200 to $1,500 a month for daycare. It's a good daycare. So it's a lot, and people are like, yo, some people that they kind of back up and say, you know what, maybe I'll have 1 kid, maybe I don't want to have kids whatsoever because how expensive this economy is. And I feel the people. So Kid Rock really got to open his eyes. It's a very expensive to raise a child. Simple as that.
Big fact when it comes to aspect of Kid Rock, but to me, I don't know, man. Strong statement from Kid Rock, the legend Kid Rock. Moving along to other trending news. Jordan, what's going on with High Show Speed?
Yeah, man, High Show Speed. He just keep winning. So we want to say happy birthday to Speed. This is his 21st birthday, and on his 21st birthday in Nigeria, he reached 50 million subscribers on his YouTube. So he's very thrilled, very happy. So go ahead and play the clip, and after that, we'll chop it up.
Let's go! 50 million! Here we go! Let's go! Let's go! $50 million, chat. On my birthday. 50 million on my birthday, chat. Chat, this is the best birthday gift I could ever ask for. I love y'all so much. I love all my fans from the bottom of my heart.
I'm so happy, Chad. We finally reached 50 million. On my birthday, I reached 50 million. There's no other birthday gift I could ask for better than this, bro.
Yeah, man. Congratulations to the ISO Speed. Well deserved, especially on his birthday. So my question for you guys, if Speed can really keep his momentum going at the age of 21, you know, he's so young, do you think he have the chance to pass Mr. Beast of him passing how many subscribers that he has?
No. Mr. Beast is in a whole nother spectrum, and a lot of people are speculating that High Show Speed is buying subscribers. I don't know how true that is. I don't know, but that's the problem when it comes to aspect of that. I don't want to put down another black man's success because I rock with High Show Speed heavily. This man had been traveling. I'm not gonna lie, I came with your cousin that introduced me to High Show Speed and do research about him. So ever since then, I've been a fan ever since. I think he's doing something that Kai Cenat should have been doing. You can see that he's not burned out. He actually loves what he's doing. But I'm afraid because of the situation what happened with Kai Cenat, unfortunately, High Show Speed might burn himself out. That's what I'm afraid of. So he's 21. He's a young guy. And you know what 21 is, Jordan Hakeem? Drinking, you know how that is. Party, drinking. You're able to do a lot of things. When you're 21, you make a lot of dumb decisions. Everybody knows this. So I'm just hoping that he still stay on this positive route, continue to stream, continue to do what you love, and stay away from bad people. That's my thing. Stay away from bad people because I don't want him to end up in a bad situation. I really don't. I think he's in a good place right now. Shout out to him. Happy birthday too.
I got nothing but good things to say about this young man. He's keep excelling in his business, but this would tell you why chasing your dreams never stop. And if he was doing this and he just turned 21, what does that say about somebody older and pushing through, not giving up? So I got to give him credit on that.
No, but life turning events. Like when you get older, you want to have kids, family,
Yeah,
and you
definitely.
don't have time to chase your dreams anymore. You just get tired.
You always got to chase it, even if you're tired. Even if
I'm gonna say this: he's the Michael Jackson of the streaming world. I'll say that. I'm gonna give the Michael Jackson when it comes to streaming world. He's the Michael Jackson of the streaming world, and I think he could pass Mr. Beast. I think he can. The where he travels around the world. He did Asia. He did America. I think he did Europe, right? He did travel to Europe, didn't he? I believe he did. And he did Africa. And I would love him seeing. He probably would do travel, go to South America, do Australia, and people love him. People enjoy watching ISO Speed do what he do because he said before, he said, I'm doing this for y'all. People that can't travel, I'm doing this for y'all. And people love this and see that and see how humble he is and everything. So
I would say yes, Jordan. I would say you make a good point, but however, this is the problem. A lot of when it comes to aspect of YouTube is suppressing a lot of black content creators. That's my only issue.
That's true. I mean,
I don't see him passing them. I don't.
Well, like I said, but look at his numbers. Look, like he gets like 500 subscribers a minute. I think he could do it. I believe him. I believe in Speed.
I believe in Speed too. I believe in Speed too. But the thing with Mr. Beast, I don't know if you ever saw the live stream where he show his wall. Mr. Beast have a YouTube channel in China. China don't have YouTube. They have their own form of platform. And Mr. Beast already got 100 million over there already on that China platform. How that's even possible? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard. I'm with you. I'm rooting for him, but it's gonna be hard. We'll come up this another day. I see him getting 60. I see him getting 60 subscribers by the end of this year. Of course, 60. Probably not, but not by the end of this year. Probably by the summertime. So he'll probably get 6 million
in 6 months. Yeah,
60 million. But damn, bro, some people can't even get one. Shout out to this young man. Hakeem said, don't give up on your dream. Look, Hakeem, you got to sit back.
Don't give up, man.
Some people can't even get one. He got 50 million. Like, share, subscribe, guys. Don't forget to hit that notification bell right here inside. Remember to click all, because we do go live each and every day at 7 o'clock Eastern time. Shout out to everybody watching us all across the board. We really do greatly appreciate you guys for tuning in on this lovely Wednesday evening. I'm sorry, I can't laugh. I'm slobbing too. Because Hakeem, some people can't even get a one. He got 50 million.
50 million, yeah. That's a highlight, man. Like, bruh.
I ain't gonna lie. I was saying YouTube favors certain people. I don't care. I don't care what YouTube listening. Man, they biased as hell. Because how the hell he got 50? Somebody can barely get one. He's working hard. Moving along to the trending news, Jordan. What's going on aspect of LeBron James and this woman talking about drafting Bron? What's going on with that?
Yeah, so this report came out on Yahoo Sports, and I want to give you all the details on this when it comes to this. So this came from so this has been when LeBron was in LA ever since he got there. And since he's been there, Jeannie Buss, who was the who sold the Lakers to the owner who owns Los Angeles Dodgers, she really broke down properly of what's of LeBron James. She talked about how his ego has been very, very big. And there were certain times, like when it comes to meetings and everything, he wouldn't show up. Also, when they drafted his son, Bronny James, they felt like he wasn't ungrateful when he had drafted him. I don't know if y'all saw when he got drafted, his mom was there at the house, but LeBron wasn't present. So we didn't know what LeBron, so we didn't know what LeBron was and everything. And now, now LeBron in his last year, he doesn't have, he sees his last year with the Lakers, after this, he's a free agent. And when it comes to this, after this year, it's pretty much the Lakers might be done with LeBron James coming this last year. So when it comes to the years he's been in LA, even though he won one championship and everything, they felt with LeBron James. They felt like LeBron James like a Shaq or a Kobe or Magic Johnson, like he was a Laker like that, or be part of the family. What I'm trying to say. When it comes to LeBron James and everything, and that's why you see that he's in the last year with the Lakers, and after that, Lakers might be done with him. So that being said, fellas, knowing that this news coming out, this news report came out today, how do you feel LeBron James should have been with the Lakers involved, and also do you feel like it's justified that LeBron James it justifies that this will be the last year that he will play with the Los Angeles Lakers?
I believe it is the last year for him to be there with the Lakers. Because remember, they got Luka Doncic. They don't need LeBron James anymore. Don't get me wrong, LeBron James is still doing his thing. Last night he had a wonderful game. Like over 20 points, 6 assists, and 8 rebounds. So LeBron James gonna be LeBron James. To me, he's still the king when it comes to aspect of the NBA. No one have not yet taken his throne. His total overall point continuing to climb, and it's just that his time as a Laker has pretty much run up. And I think it's because of lack of the organization itself. They want Luka Doncic to be the face. You cannot have LeBron James there if you want Luka Doncic to be the face. That's why they pay him all that money, so Luka Doncic can do the thing. And not only that, they're building a team around Luka, not around LeBron James anymore. They say LeBron James, hey, thank you, your time has run out. So I agree with Jenny Buss. I think it's time for LeBron James to go. But to where? I don't know. You muted, Hakeem.
I'm gonna tell you something. What I'm kind of confused with Jenny Buss. He been had an ego years before this.
True, since Miami.
He been walking with his head up high and act like he shit. That's why a lot of people don't like Bron, because of his ego. A lot of people don't like. A lot of people don't even want to put him in like the top 10 of players. So Jenny just not seeing that. And don't get me wrong, them drafting Bronny at 55 was a sign of good faith. They overly did that because they thought that he was going to bring the franchise a lot of money. I would have never drafted his son. I would have treated everybody like a slave.
No, but they did that. They did this aspect of his son Hakeem and Jordan. They did it because of for the aspect of LeBron, to please LeBron. Everything is to please LeBron. That's why Stephen A. Smith. Remember, we never say Stephen A. Smith say anything wrong. No. Everything he said, he was correct.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, for me,
Right.
like I said, I've been in LA since LeBron has been here, and I gotta tell you, when it comes to the fans here, a lot of fans, it's like 50 fans support LeBron, and then 50 fans do support LeBron. And so what that is, I'm not surprised that LeBron, that is his last season as the Los Angeles Lakers. And the thing is, remember, Phil, they were trying to get the reign to Anthony Davis, but when it comes to his injuries, they traded. They saw that Lucas was available. Hey, yo, Lucas will be our franchise player. Lucas, he's gonna be our player. So when it comes to this, I am not surprised, and this will be the last. This will be the last season when it comes to LeBron James as a Los Angeles Lakers.
Very interesting, man. But LeBron James, his time has come up. Like, share, and subscribe, guys. Don't forget to hit that notification bell on the right hand side. Remember to click all, because we do go live each and every day at 7 o'clock Eastern Time. Shout out to everybody watching us all across the board. We really do greatly appreciate you guys for tuning in on this lovely Wednesday evening. Main topic on today's show: Kim Kardashian talks about parenting and allow Northwest to express herself, and also talk about co-parenting when it comes to the aspect of Kanye West. Jordan, give us more details about that.
Yeah, so she was with her sister Khloe on a podcast and really explaining the details when it comes to her, raising Northwest, of really kind of expressing herself, and how now when it comes to her Northwest doing controversial things, you don't see Kim Kardashian kind of maybe punish her and out of public when it comes to the social media. And also she also talked about being co-parenting with Kanye West. So we do have a clip. Go ahead and play the clip, and after that we'll chop it up.
Bother you, the scrutiny that you get for the way that maybe you allow North to express herself? Like, do you think that's fair?
I'm just not a judgmental person like that, so I try not to pay attention to it. But I think that no one knows unless they're in my shoes of what I'm dealing with and how we have to manage certain things from the outside world or even close in our life that we have to go through together. So I think like the one misconception that people might have is like, oh, she's trying to be her bestie and lets her get away with a lot. Like, no, Northie actually has a lot of rules. The one area is I do let her express herself, and I do let her do that. I love her for that. And she would do it, regardless. It's funny, like people are like, oh, this blue hair, all of a sudden, or like her fake piercings that she puts up, or her,
Does it bother you, the scrutiny
I have
that you
pictures
get
of her when we're
for the way that maybe
first grade,
you allow
pre-K,
North
where she'd come with
to
like a fake
express
septum ring,
herself?
and she
Like, do you
has her
think that's
green
fair?
braids.
I'm
And
just
she
not
has
a
pink
judgmental
braids,
person like
but
that.
she's
So
always
I try not
loved
to
the
pay
colored
attention
braids
to
in her
it,
hair.
but I think
Since
that
she
no
was
one
little, like,
knows
she
unless they're
really
in my
is
shoes
who
of what
she
I'm
is
dealing
and
with,
always
and
has been that
how we
girl.
have to manage certain
And so like
things.
I nurture her from the outside
She
world or
is
even close in our
homeschooled,
life,
and a lot of
that
it is
we have to
me
go through
helping her
together.
do a lot of
So
the
I think like
teachings
the
and the
one
things that we do,
but we do a lot of
conception
realistic
that people might
courses.
have is like,
Things
oh, she's
that
trying to
she's
be
really
her
into,
bestie,
and lets her.
I know on Alex Cooper, you talked a little bit about you and Ye's relationship and where you guys stand now. And I think it's important to say you and Ye have really bonded over North's producing. You guys are now in a much better place
Yeah.
because
And
of
I
that.
think that, I'm a really empathetic person. I mean, at the end of the day, we're always family. I always look at it that way, no matter what's going on. There are times when I have to be super protective, and there are times when, at any moment, I would love that relationship. And I've always talked about that. The music side and the producing isn't my thing, and that's her bonding thing with her dad. But even just like coming up with stuff, we have to communicate about how North like moves through that world and all these like opportunities that come her way, and having to, I know, on filter that and like respecting his opinion on the things that go on with his kids is really important. So yeah, I think,
You're so good at doing that.
I think it's important for the kids. You just kind of have to put all the other stuff aside, filter that. And
Being a mom of older kids, like teenagers. Do you wish you did something different when they were younger?
I treat my two older kids a little bit. I have like stricter rules for my two little kids. And so my two older kids have devices. My two little kids don't. It's interesting. Your first kid, your first two kids, they're like growing up with you.
Right.
We're figuring it all out together. And then you learn and you realize you want to maybe do things differently. And luckily I have, you know, Cheyenne Som that like I could try that with. And like that's really worked for us. But like maybe at this age, the other kids had a phone. So it's like a little bit unfair, but it's the rules. And
They don't know the difference, though.
I'm stricter now, but
They don't know that Saint and North had a phone at that age.
exactly. Well, they tell them.
Well, but
they know.
That's their word versus. I'm just,
No,
you know what?
totally.
Prove it.
But it's I wouldn't like change anything.
So there you have it. Now you know we kind of see Kim Kardashian, also Kanye with the kids kind of being with the limelight, especially with Northwest. You know her having her be on social media like that. Do you guys feel like that Kanye and also Kim are doing a good job when it comes to raising their kids, especially with Northwest being oldest?
Hello? So here's the thing. They've been wacky from day one. Both of them. So now the who she is because of them. And this is what we're dealing with. And I'll land right there.
I just want to share something when it comes to aspect of Northwest. So this is a good. I just want to share. I just want people to say you know, these are kids. I understand they say it's always good to let kids express themselves, but seeing you don't let your daughter pretty much be like this in public. I don't know. You guys, I want to ask you guys a question. For those as parents, will you allow your daughters to be like that in public? So I don't know the type of parents inside they do have. Kanye West and Kim Kardashian. You know, I don't know them too. I don't know. I understand they always say let kids express themselves, but at some point you got to give your kids some form of guidance. I think them not giving their kids a form of guidance is a prime example of them lashing out. I think she's doing it for attention, yes, and I think she's doing it for a sign of expressing herself, of course. But at the same time, she might be doing that like, hey, parent, I need you to love me. I need you to spend more time with me. I don't know. But I know when you have two parents that are pretty much in the industry that's working nonstop, Kanye West is always touring, doing other things, doing interviews. You know, Kanye West does what he do best, and Kim K is always in the spotlight. Go ahead.
When it comes to me, especially how Kim, Kanye, and also the kids are being very, very publicly, it all comes down to two things for me. One, what type of people they are going to be when they grow up. Number two, how do the kids when they get older? How do when they ask about their parents? How do they express themselves? How do they feel? How do they express themselves with their parents and everything? And those things kind of matters to me. One, when it comes to how you talk to your parents, when you grow up, when you get older, how you talk to your parents. That just tells you if your parent, if they say good things, okay, parents were present, parents put in good discipline, and they've been present till this day. And also the people, and also what type of people they're going to be is, your children is a reflection of you as a parent. So what type of person you are, or what kind of things you teach them to be as people, they're going to get that from you. And then they're going to show that kind of to the world or to their, spouses or friends and anything like that. So when it comes to, what they're doing right now, people are going to judge, going to say anything about Northwest, but if it comes to what type of people they're going to be, would they be adults, and also how they express when it comes to how they express their parents too, how they express to their parents, how they make them feel and everything, because of them growing up, that's important to me too. So, there's some things I don't like that I saw, but end of the day, I just want to wait till they get older. And those two things I just said, I just want to see how that comes out.
Like, share, subscribe, guys. Don't forget to hit that notification bell on the right hand side. Remember to click all, because we do go live each and every day at 7 o'clock Eastern time. Shout out to everybody watching us all across the board. We really do greatly appreciate you guys for tuning in on this lovely Wednesday evening. Guys, on Bingo Line TikTok, make sure y'all hit that screen, tap the screen, give us some love, show us some love, bring us up, bring us into the algorithm, and that we will really, really greatly appreciate that. Mind you, Watch Your Speak got 50 million subscribers. So y'all can at least give us one heart shape. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Also, we really do really appreciate it though. Going on to South Florida. Jordan, what's going on with this police finding $24 million? Man.
Yeah, so this is in your neck of the woods. This was in Miami Lakes where, police, they went to the house, raided the house, and found barrels, and it had money worth of $24 million. And that's crazy. We do have the clips. Go ahead and play the clip, and after that, we'll chop it up.
Is the largest cash seizure in Miami-Dade police history. Over $24 million found inside the Miami Lakes home of Luis Gonzalez Hernandez. Police raided that home Tuesday and says the cash was behind this wall in the attic, packed in orange Home Depot buckets, 150 grand in each bucket. A loaded Tech-9 firearm was also taken from the home. Could never think in a million years that this beautiful home here on the corner of Northwest 77th Path and 169 Terrace. The investigation by the DEA. 32-year-old Selma Hernandez, his sister, an employee at the business, was also arrested. He is facing a host of state charges, including money laundering.
Yeah, man. In South Florida, if you buy a home that you suspected that it gets raided and you see $24 million in the house, boy, man, that makes you want to move back to Miami. But other than that, what you guys take on this?
Man, Miami is known for cocaine cowboys. That's what Miami is known for. So of course, he just didn't store the money just to store the money. He's storing the money so he could buy cocaine with that. But remember, when Trump there's a war on drugs right now. Them drug dealers ain't doing what they used to back in the days. You can't do that anymore. And now that due to the fact of the rate of inflation, having the money on the wall is worthless now. So it's just a waste of time. So we can't live in the good old days like it was back in the 90s. Now them days are over. And the best to believe they're gonna throw charges upon charges on them for having that type of money in the house. $24 million.
Man, that's the best lick I would have ever caught. I would have went to jail for that.
I did what they did with the money. Did they keep it?
No, they confiscated. It's gonna go back to the government.
Of course.
You know what I mean?
Living the days of Pablo Escobar. That's what we living in.
Oh my God, boy, look at here, 24 million, man.
All right, they could at least put it in gold. You know what I mean? You put it in paper.
And that's all I'm about to say, Ronnie. If they would have bought some gold with that, I think they would have been safe. Like stuff like that, you gotta put that somewhere. You just can't put the money into barrels like that. But me, I would have bought some girls, some silver or something to make sure I had some value for it. But cash like that, I'm with y'all. I hit a lick like that, boy. So me and my family, we'd be good over here.
Yeah, it would have been a wrap.
No, but they're gonna know something when they see a couple of black men, with 20, I'm going to dealership and give them straight cash. They're gonna know something. They're gonna notify the police. They already know.
Oh yeah. Anything over 10 grand.
Miami, you gotta play it cool. You gotta get a cheap car. I know that from paid in full. Get yourself a cheap car, a cheap watch. Nobody would never know. You know what I mean? But so they messed up. They messed up big. And best believe the cartels had something to do with it. Their head is on the line. Best believe that. Last time on today's show, Jordan, what's going on with Donald Trump saying about Renee's good deletion?
Yeah, so fortunately, Donald Trump, he saw the table a couple of times, and he kind of had to change the heart of what he said, not what he said, but what he tweeted about the video. And so he did have to change the heart. He did feel bad, and so we do have a clip on that, and after that, we'll chop it up.
And, they're going to make mistakes sometimes. ICE is going to be too rough with somebody, or, they're dealing with rough people. They're going to make a mistake sometimes. It can happen. We feel terribly. I felt horribly when I was told that the young woman who was had the tragedy. It's a tragedy. It's a horrible thing. Everybody would say, ICE would say the same thing. But when I learned her parents and her father in particular I hope he still is, but I don't know, was a tremendous Trump fan. He was all for Trump, loved Trump. And, it's terrible. I was told that by a lot of people. They said, oh, he loves you. He was I hope he still feels that way. I don't know. It's a hard situation. But her father was a tremendous, and parents were tremendous Trump fans. It's so sad. It just happens. It's terrible.
So, fellas, do you believe him?
I believe him. I don't think he made a mistake though by his statement, but I believe him.
Yeah,
It's a terrible situation that transpired. And not only that, he also spoke about the whole aspect of allowing ICE to do their job. Stop protesting, just allow them to do the job and go about their business. There's a way to find things. Don't put yourself into harm's way to get a viral moment. Renee Good put herself into harm's way. She got a viral moment, and then she ended up losing her life.
Basically. You know what I mean? The loss of life is always going to feel some kind of way, but we need to understand if you're going to protest, there's other ways in putting yourself in harm's way.
Facts.
Like they act like they got no fear. These guys still have to do what they got to do. What can you do? People already going to the Supreme Court to try to fight this stuff and doing this. It don't make no sense to put yourself in front of a barrel of a gun.
Correct. Facts.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, when it comes to ICE situation, you stay where you possibly can. There was times when I drove around when ICE first came to LA. I saw where they was at, and I just stood away. I don't want to put myself in danger. And it goes to all of America. Keep yourself out of danger. They have a job to do. Do we like what they do? Of course not. But when it comes to some federal stuff, this is what they're doing. A lot of people disagree with it, but there's nothing you really can't do about it. But kind of really keep yourself safe. And when it comes to Trump, he always says what when his mind. He there's sometimes he lies, but for hearing him talk like this, I can believe what he's saying because we say something or tweet something, then we look at it back and say, you know what, man, I shouldn't have said something like that. And and fortunately she lost her life. And just people just gotta be careful out there when it comes to ICE. Just be careful.
Like, share, subscribe. Don't forget to hit that notification bell on the right-hand side. Remember, click all because we do go live each and every day at 7 o'clock Eastern time. Shout out to everybody watching us all across the board. Facebook, Instagram, Kick, Twitch, Rumble, TikTok, Bingo Live. Thank you guys so very much for tuning in on this lovely Wednesday evening. Guys, so very important. Go to Cal Culture Radio description. In the description where you can find the Cal Culture Radio merch. And also link is pinned on top of the chat. And some people who are watching us on the mobile device, you will see a t-shirt right there. Click on it and lead you guys right over to the Cal Culture Radio merch. Make sure you get the street t-shirt, the coffee mug, you name it all. So when we go live, you guys can rock the merch with us. Also, guys, so very important, go to Cal Culture Radio in the community tab. Because in the community tab, that's where we have Broadway Fat, new album that's out now. And before we head up on out of here, we gotta play some music for Broadway Fat. We've been rocking Broadway Fat for a very long time. The numbers is going up, so we really, really greatly appreciate you guys for tuning in and listening to the music. You got Hakeem blushing in the back. He's just happy. It's his dream coming true. So pretty soon, I told Hakeem when he go and perform, I want to make sure KL Culture Radio's front row seat. You know what I mean? So go ahead. We're gonna play one of Broadway Fat. One of his songs that's out now, Coming for Everything.
Yeah.
Out now, big dog. So, guys, and make sure y'all go and follow it also on Instagram, Broadway Facts.
I know they hate me coming. What? Told you I was coming back. I know they hate to see me coming. I'm up. I know they hate to see me coming. What's up? I was down for a minute, now I'm back up. What's up? They asking where I been at. I told them boys to back up. I was stacking paper and my girl wanna break up. The whole city's mine, and you better get your rack up. Mama told me you a king, you better grind, boy. Them demons round the corner, and you better not lose your mind, boy. I was spending liquor, spending money on these chickens. Night light smoke coming straight up out the chimney. Never should've doubted me, my ops said I'm winning. Living life like a boss, play on jury, steady swimming. Mouth full of gold, Florida boy from out the city. I wrote this for my dog, cause his life kinda gritty. And when he jump out,
there you go, guys, out now. Get yourself a copy. It's out now.
I know they hate to see me coming. What?
Make sure y'all go subscribe, hit the like button.
I know they hate to see me coming. I'm up.
I'll tell everybody that always continue wrong with us. Wrong way.
I know they hate to see me coming. What's up?
Urge out. You know how things go. Thank you for tuning in to Culture Radio.
I was down for a minute, now I'm back up. What's up? They asking where I been at. I told them boys to